Tigers 8 at the Totally Wiki Stadium. And I'm going to start by doing something that Paul Wellens could not bring himself to do. I'm going to congratulate Craig Lingard and everybody at the Castleford Tigers for what was a brilliant win at the Totally Wicked by 8.26. I mean, what an incredible bit of form Castleford are in. And people say, what do you mean? I mean, defensively. Unbelievable. They've got up against the top 3 teams in the last 3 games and only conceded 29 points. That's less than 10 a game against the likes of Wigan, KR, and now the Saints. You've got to tip your hat. We always say that games are won on defence, and Castleford Tigers are proving that. They've got the D right. They're showing up for each other. They gave themselves every chance of nicking this one, and that's what they did. Don't get me wrong, they were not on the front foot. You know, St Helens made errors at key points in the game, but Castleford remained in the grind throughout, and that's what you need to do sometimes in a rugby league game. Make sure your defence is solid, and it gives you a chance to get into the game, and that's what they did. And when they had the opportunity in the opposition half, they did really well. The try from Innis Senior was a thing of beauty. Really, really good how they shifted the ball to the left-hand side to create that overlap for Senior to just stroll in. Fantastic stuff. And that, again, is real credit to Craig Lingard and Castleford. They didn't have many chances, but the chances they had, they executed to perfection. Saints fans out there, I mean, you know, bottom line is you've got to sometimes just put your hands up. Was it an off night for Saints? You could argue that it was, but Castleford, they have no right to go to the Totally Wiki Stadium and win 8-6, but they did because they played as a collective unit. And for me, they deserve absolute praise for that. 29 points in 3 games against those 3 teams. Absolutely unbelievable. Nobody would have believed that 4 to 5 weeks ago, that Castleford would have restricted those 3 teams to those points. Let's be fair, Wigan, KR, and even Saints on the day, incredible going forward. So to shut them out the way they did, absolutely brilliant from the Castleford Tigers. Outstanding. I made sure that I messaged Craig last night. He's over the moon, and rightly so. Superb stuff. As for St Helens, of course, next week, they go up against the Wigan Warriors, and all of a sudden, that's a massive game. Yes, Saints won, of course, on Good Friday, but Wigan at the moment come into this in far better form. Saints will point to the amount of players that they had out, and again, I get that. Massive amount of holes in the St Helens team. But let's not forget, you know, Castleford Tigers themselves, Sam Wood this week, he went out for the rest of the season. There was no McShane in this game either. So even Castleford have got, you know, the young Louis Senior, he's out on the wing as well. So Castleford have not come into this full strength either. Yes, there's 9 first teamers out, but I think you'd probably say maybe 4, maybe 5. Castleford Tigers starting 17s are not there either. So, you know, you've got to, again, try and balance that up a little bit. It was just an off night for St Helens. They were in the ground from minute 1. Castleford did really, really well. The first 20 minutes put St Helens right on the back foot. They really did. And the try just before our time, which I have to say, was taken very well indeed by Sam Royal. I thought Sam Royal overall had a really, really accomplished game in second row. Really good indeed. And again, if you're looking for things to be happy about, St Helens fans, that's perhaps the thing to be happy about. The fact that Sam Royal played so well. Of course, Jake Burns on debut. I thought he played well at hooker. Johnny Vaughan, not of the Big Brother fame. Big Breakfast fame. Johnny Vaughan getting his opportunity as well in this. And look, the future's bright at St Helens, but the bottom line was, for whatever reason, St Helens big game players didn't show up, and that's the reality. You look down the team here for Saints, you know, Wonga played, Wellesby, Percival, Lomax, Dodd, Lees, Mbai, Bell, Sivernon, Parsi, Delaney. I mean, you know, they're all there, aren't they? I mean, after that, yes, you've got the likes of Davis, Royal, Burns, Ritson, Rawn, and Stevens. I get that. Noah Stevens, I thought, when he came on, had real punching power. Yet again, really impressed with Noah Stevens. So, like I say, right from the get-go of this opening stanza of In the Sheds for round number 16, let's give Castleford Tigers all the praise that they deserve. They fully deserve the praise. A beautifully executed try, like I say, for Innis Senior. Fantastic win this for the Castleford Tigers. Like I say, I mean, they really did battle hard. There was nothing in the ball 1 metre. Saints slightly edged it by 100. You know, Saints 13 errors to 8. I mean, that will disappoint Paul Wellens, of course it will. But pretty much across the piece, Castleford were in this game, and it was their defensive efforts that got them the win. A fantastic, fantastic night for all of you Castleford fans. You know, you really do deserve it. Great fan base, of course, the Castleford Tigers. And yeah, 9 points now. 9 points in London next week, I think it is, for Castleford Tigers. So when you consider that they're just 2 points behind Leah, Gatley have got a game in hand. Castleford Tigers are 5 points clear of Hull FC now in 11th, with London to come next week. And I'm not taking anything away from London. I think that'll be a really interesting game. But again, if Castleford was to win that, they're doing far better than many thought they would do this year. And again, I'm going to tip my hat to Craig Lingard. I think the job he's doing at Castleford, outstanding. Him, and of course the backroom team includes, of course, Danny Maguire as well. Superb stuff, getting their team ready for what was a really good win at the Totally Wicked. Ryan, I'm giving the man of the match to. I'm actually not going to give it to Rowan Milnes. I know Sky did. Rowan Milnes, I'm giving 2.2. I thought Milnes' kicking game on the night was very, very good indeed. Put a lot of pressure on the St. Helens, trying to get them out of meters with good kick pressure as well in the final 20. He had a really good game with the boot, did Rowan Milnes. He missed the goal as well. Let's not forget that. He actually missed the goal in this game. It could have been, of course, a little bit more comfortable, this one, for the Castleford Tigers, albeit I don't think it was comfortable. They just grinded this one out. The 1 point I'm going to give to Eli El Zakem. That's right. I thought he was superb. Zakem, outstanding. Superb in the second row. Both sides of the ball. They needed players to stand up in D, and he did. 37 tackles from Ele. Outstanding stuff from him. 2 tackle busts on the night. 76 metres from 12 carries. He kept the ball alive on a few occasions as well, which was good to see, to keep a second phase alive for the Castleford Tigers to get vital meters, bringing them out of their own backfield. I thought Zakem was superb. But the 3 points I'm going to give to my old mate from Hull FC, who's now a Castleford Tigers player, Mr. Tex Hoy. And why am I giving it to him? Because I thought he was faultless. Absolutely faultless. They peppered him all the way through the game. He was outstanding under the high ball. He kept on, finding his way out. They were putting good kick pressure on Tex Hoy. Not only was he collecting the ball, but he was actually shifting out and managing to get 5, 10, 15 metres of carry out of his backfield, which I thought was superb. Really a sure performance at fullback this from Tex. He also did, like I say, over 100 metres, 105 from 19 carries, 5 tackle busts in the game as well. Tex has been outstanding since he's gone to the Castleford Tigers. Craig Lingard got that one spot on. When we did the in-conversation, I asked the question. He believed in Tex Hoy, and I think that's what somebody like a Tex Hoy needs, a coach that believes in him, that actually gets in his ear. Some players need constructive criticism, some need an arm around them, and I think Craig Lingard is getting the balance right there with Tex Hoy, and it's been repaid with his performances on the field. St. Helens fans needn't worry. We have said we don't think you've got as much punching power down the middle this year. Yes, you've got a lot of injuries there. George Delaney, I think he's a good player, but is he a prop forward? Is he a second row? Is he a loose forward? I really don't know. It's quite interesting. He's like El Coyote, isn't he, in Rowland when he goes off a cliff? He seems to hit players and then fall. I don't know. I might be being a bit harsh there. Maybe his better position will be out in the second row as opposed. Is he got that punching power down the middle? I know he's only young. He's going to develop. But when you see what Noah Stevens does when he comes on, he hits with real venom. I'm not really seeing that from George at this moment in time. Maybe a back row forward position might suit him better. I don't know. What's your thoughts, St. Helens fans, on that? But at this moment in time, St. Helens pack for me, not as dominant as it once was. They're going to come up against a juggernaut in the Wigan Warriors next week. We'll be reviewing that, of course, on Super League Raw Weekly Wednesday night this week, not Tuesday, live at 8 p.m. Make sure you don't miss that. But there you go. We're off and running in the sheds, live and well, for round number 16 as the Castleford Tigers go to the former World Club champions and Super League champions St. Helens and turn them over 8 points to 6 in a real gritty affair. We'll be back later in the day.